Hello, my YouTube family. Uh, as you know, that I wrote a book called Chaps, and I have about 4 or 5 different versions of Chaps with different companies. But the latest company, not the latest, but next to the latest company that I wrote, the publisher was Folio Avenue. That's the book right there, Folio Avenue. So don't buy this book. And anything later than Folio Avenue, don't buy it. Okay. Now, about last month, I self-published my own book. This is the book. This is the book I want you to buy. So the book will explain to you what I'm talking about. Clockable hour application to process and pay system. And this is how that you're supposed to work like a good Samaritan, not like you're doing now. And this book will let you know how to earn a double salary for the rest of your life using your own money. This book will let you know that on the front of this cover, it says providing jobs without corporation money. So we're going to have to change the way all the corporations that's paying you. It says providing jobs without taxpayers' money. So we're going to have to change the way we are paying the taxpayers and make them accountable. So that's why the economy is going straight down right now, because the workers and the people that's supposed to be working in the pay system, they're not held accountable for their hours. And in some places, they're not held accountable for their actions. So we're going to get into all that, but it's all in the book. So all I'm doing today is directing you to this book on Amazon. Yes, it's on Amazon about a month ago. So you're going to see the Kindle book. The Kindle is $2.99, okay? And you're going to see this book right here, the paperback, and that's $11.99, okay? So now you know what to look for on Amazon. So don't buy no books that's talking about chaps from me, not unless it's on Amazon and not unless it's looking like this, okay? We get that straight. Now, the reason you're going to do this, so let's start with what you own. You know that you own your own DNA. Not unless you are identical twin. And if you are identical twin, everybody in that egg has the same DNA. But everybody in that egg has their own fingerprints. Okay? We make that clear. And then now you know everybody own their own fingerprints. Okay? But what you don't know, and then obviously you really don't care to understand that you own your own hours. That's service. You own your own hours. And so in a CHAPS pay system, I'm gonna make this perfectly clear. I'm gonna start pissing people off right from the get-go. There's no overtime in a CHAPS pay system. No overtime. Okay, you gonna say, I made my living on overtime. It's a good thing. No, it's a bad thing. And I'm gonna explain it to you. Yes, I worked overtime. But I was lied to. Just like you see these politicians right now, they're fighting. They're fighting to keep the lie going. But Chaps is saying, and I'm saying, it's over. It's like gone with the wind. So you see these people out there struggling. And people of color, we always been struggling. You know, but see, the only reason we've been struggling is because we've been lied to. It's just like my man said, a great man. He said, we've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled, led amok. We're running them up in the streets, led astray, because nobody want to take care of us, because we've been, like I said, lied to. So now, guess what? You're paying these politicians. You're paying these politicians, and that's really illegal. So I said, by you paying income taxes to pay these politicians' salary, by you paying state taxes to pay these people that work for the state government is illegal, and you paying property taxes for these city workers is illegal, because it's tyranny. It's taxation without representation. Simple as that. Look at my book. So I'm not going to argue with you about that. You guys have to check it out yourself. But this book and my company is going to solve all this. So you got very intelligent people, economists. I think it's a school in Chicago. They said they got the great economists in that school, and every economist you talk to, they talking about it's like a doomsday scenario. Talking about we gonna go in poverty, or we already living in poverty because of the pay system. Lack of knowledge of this pay system, chaps. This is the pay system you got to get into. Now, in order for you to follow me, when I say certain things to people, when I be, having a confrontation with people, and especially my co-workers that I work for Carol Stream Post Office. I was a truck driver. People know me, and they used to call me clockable hours, But I was trying to let them know that it wasn't no overtime. As soon as I said it wasn't no overtime, oh man, it was a fight. Oh man, they didn't want to hear me. Oh, they called me crazy, and man, I almost, one particular time, they say at the post office, if you get caught stealing or either fighting, you're up out of there, But I'm gonna tell you something. And then people complain to me, oh, this worker is not performing properly, so the post office should fire him. And then they say the veterans, they say if a veteran, kind of mess up, they're gonna say it's hard to fire a vet, and then especially a disabled vet. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Because you've been cheating the vets. Right now, you are cheating the people that's going on out there on that battlefield, laying their life down for you. You politicians, you judges, you're wrong. So the purpose of this video today is to let you know, and everybody know, how wrong you are. Now, like I said, it's a good thing that I got chaps on Amazon, because guess what? Just about everything you sell or either buy on Amazon wants you to give a rating. They're gonna say, is this a 5-star thing or a 1-star thing, or we're gonna take it down? Because what you're saying is that if you work in a child pay system, you're going to get a double salary for the rest of your life using your own money and beyond. And you only work 8 hours, and then you R&R 16 hours. 5 days a week, 8 hours, and then you have 2 non-scheduled days. Now, you look in the book, and you're going to see pay locations. You're going to know when the pay locations are. Now, you look in the book, and you're going to see you have to use 2 types of clocks. a 24/7 clock, and then it's a 12 a.m. and a 12 p.m. clock. It's all in this. It's all in this book right here from Amazon. Now, what I'm telling you now, I'm talking to these corporations. These corporations right now, they crying. I need to cut service, because I don't have the pilots. Why you don't have the pilots? Because you've been cheating the pilots all the time. You're not really giving them their share, and you making billions and billions of dollars in profits. Hey, all we want is our fair share. How much is my hourly value to you as a pilot? How much you gonna give me as a pilot? Because guess what? Once you make that decision, how much I'm gonna make as a pilot, I got to give that yearly salary back to you once I retire. And I'm only allowed to work a generation, between 20 and 30 years. That's it. And then I have to retire my service to another person, another pilot that has been coming in and taking my place. I'm gonna have to pay them because they don't have no money. And in this bargaining unit right here, and it's old bargaining unit. You see the dates on it? This is the bargaining unit that I worked on when I was working at the United States Post Office. I started in 1995, and I retired in 2009, October 2009. And the reason, a lot of people don't know why everybody retire October the 29th. October the 31st. They don't, why October the 31st? And then because you got 2 more months in there. Guess what? A fiscal year. You have to use a fiscal year. And you work in a fiscal year, and you retire in the end of the fiscal year. That's what. So you got to remember United States government fiscal year. That's the only thing they got right. And I said that United States, but it's not no United States. If you've seen the video that I did previous to this, you're gonna know what I'm coming from. It's not United States. Everywhere you look, just like the calendar is broken down in the states, you're gonna see red states, blue states, all divided. And right now, they done made a big decision in the Supreme Court. They got the people all up in an uproar. Hey, look, people, get this book. And what you do, let's start a bloodless revolution. A bloodless revolution. Now remember, every revolution, you want to make a change to something. So every revolution is bloodshed. Even, and one of my videos I did previous to this, I said that insurrection that we had, and I said June the 6th, but everybody know what I was talking about. And so I'm correcting that right now. It was January the 6th, a day that's gonna go down in infamy once again, because they tried to overthrow the government, our democracy. And you got people going along with it, just blind, listening to the lies, and just going along with it. And let me tell you something. It's like 3 different ways you could become an officer in the Army. I'm talking about the Army. Now, I don't know about the Navy, but I know for sure the Army is you got to go to ROTC. That's ROTC for 4 years, and then you got to give your service. Once you graduate, you got to give your service. You got to give sweet 6 years of your life, sweet pea, to the United States Army. And then you could do with state school. That's with the Illinois National Guard. I'm talking about back in the day. I'm talking about when I was in the Illinois National Guard. you could go to state school. Now I don't know if they still had a state school, but you would have to go like 2 summer camps, and then you had to be down there in Springfield. If you live in Chicago, you had to be down in Springfield for a formation at 6 o'clock on Friday, and then they gonna release you at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock on Sunday, and you got to drive back here and go to. I said, man, please, a lot of people didn't do that, but the other one was going down to Fort Benning, Georgia, man. Going down there. Man, that's a rough, heavy load. You going down there. And when you come up out of there, if you graduated from Fort Benning, Georgia at that time, because they really didn't need no officers. Because all those officers over there in Europe, they was losing their status. They was shutting down because of the Cold War. They was shutting down. They didn't need them no more. And so they was de-roasting them out because they didn't have a job. So down there at Fort Benning, they're going to pick and choose, Doc. You ain't going to get no free ride here now because we really don't need you. We don't need you because, but see, you got to remember the key thing to this thing is generations. Every generation got to play their part. See, right now, what you see is that the older generation. So the older generation is trying to kill the new generation. They let them run amok. I wouldn't be surprised if they are paying them. Say, look, just like the Chicago police officers. Man, my parents moved to Chicago in 1954 on the west side of Chicago. It was beautiful. Now, during the riots, people was upset. Their leader was dead. And so they didn't have no other leader. And the people that wanted them dead, they wanted them killed, hey, look, that's what it was. So you kill the head, you're going to kill the rest of the snake, okay? And all we was trying to do was get equality. But guess what? Just like you own your own DNA, you own your own fingerprints, you'll have your own hours built into you because it's service, man. So everybody have 168 hours of service. Now, out of that 168 though, you have to work only 40 in your pay location. You got to look at the pay locations. So guess what? Everybody is talking about 24/7. But I'm saying in this book, it's not 24/7 because everybody have their own 168. So it's 72/7. And it's 3 pay locations and a 24-hour clock. Now, it's kind of confusing when I say you read the book though. You can follow it. Get the book from Amazon, $11.99. And some of you people, hard of understanding, following the instructions in the book. All you got to do is say, hey, look, I want my employer to sign up in a CHAPS pay system. That's all you got to do. And we'll take it from there. My company will take it from there. They will assure that you're going to get your money. You're going to get your hidden figures that you don't see. You're going to get the hidden figures, Doc. And no problem. If you don't understand CHAPS, just like a lot of my co-workers didn't understand CHAPS, and because I was talking about, one of their favorite things, overtime. But there ain't no such thing as overtime, man. And that's hard to get these people to understand that. It's hard. And you got people in the United States, federal government, the city government, and the state government They want to keep it status quo. What I mean by keep it status quo, what is war and a politician good for? Absolutely nothing. That's why I got to say we got to have a bloodless revolution in order to bring this and all these undivided states together in a tax pay system. Now, when you work in a tax pay system, everything is debt free. Like, I really wrote this book for President Barack Obama at the time. Where if you go back and see my first video that my granddaughter did for me, I'm sitting on my sister-in-law's couch in her living room, and the video is dark, but I'm sitting talking about run chaps. People don't. What in the world? What are you talking about? Run chaps. I had people calling me. Well, what do you mean run chaps? And then I hit them. I said, you got to work 1 week and be off 3 weeks and 1 day within 1 week. Oh, what? Oh, I'm talking to a crazy man. Now they label me crazy. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now. A crazy man can learn from a wise man. But if you got that label being crazy, a wise man cannot learn from a crazy man. Oh man, you better write that down. You'll figure it out when you get home, as my pastor used to say. I guess he's still saying that. But anyway, bringing up pastors. Pastors, you guys gonna have to get in the tax pay system so you can pay your own self. Run chaps. He's gonna show you how to do it, and it's because you had to work 1 week and be off 3 weeks and 1 day within 1 week, and everybody's that in your church that you want to pay, put them in the tax pay system, and then because they got to get that money back every year after every year. Now, once they retire from the church, whatever they want to do, they don't want to work in the church no more, then they turn that money over to somebody else. Because like the bids, you got to understand the bids also. I don't want, I don't have to get into the bids, and I don't talk about bids long enough, and people still is not hearing me. But what all I'm saying is, all you got to do is buy this book. Now, you buy this book, and then when you buy that book, and then Amazon, they're going to ask you. They're going to ask you, Doc. So now, once you see it, you ain't going to be saying that you get paid every 2 weeks. Because it's going to explain it to you. You ain't be arguing with me no more. Hey, it's in black and white, Doc. It's in black and white. I saw, about a month ago, we went on a little boat ride, and some old people that I used to work with at the post office. Now, I'm not calling nobody old because I'm old, if you want to say it, but I'm really not old, because I've seen the light. I wrote chaps, and I know chaps are gonna work. So I'm saying, all you people saying that you get paid at the United States Post Office, saying you get paid at the post office every 2 weeks, I want you to sue me. Everybody say a pay period is 14 days, and once you find out it's not, but if it is 14 days, I want you to sue me. Sue me. Everybody say that it's overtime and a tax pay system, and you're working overtime right now, but you're working out of your pay location. It's not counting. See, the money is guarded. To a 2, to a 3, and to a 1, money is coming out within that pay location. Now, you could work out of that pay location, and guess what? How many of you people that's working on 2 or 2 or 2 at the United States Post Office starting at 7 o'clock in the morning. Your starting time, look in the book, is 4 a.m. to 12 noon, and you go home. And you pay yourself a half an hour break. So you actually work 7.5 hours for 5 days. And then you R&R 16 hours. Because the reason you R&R for 16 hours, because you're given tour, or whatever tour you're on. If you're on tour 1, you're given the tour 2 and tour 3 opportunity to work, because everybody have 168 hours. Just imagine, man. Just imagine. Everybody have 168. Man. Now, all you politicians, you have to be in the tax pay system as well, because guess what? You have your inaugurations, and you have people having elections all through the year. Man, that jab is over with. You have to work in a fiscal year. So if you're the president of the United States, you start out running the 1st of October. Let me say that one more time. If you're the president of the United States, you start, because that's when your pay starts, the 1st of October. And all these elections you got to do through the year, and all these different states start in October, because you had to work a fiscal year. All you companies that got this, crying about work, you start, your fiscal year starts in October. So if I'm lying, sue me. That's what you do. Don't try to kill the messenger. Sue the messenger. And you know what? You're going to find out that you don't have a case. You don't have a case. Right now, the government is slick. What they're doing, they are passing out food. Why poor people have to always send them the food line? It's no bread lines in the white area. It's not. So why? And if we all created equal, and we all have 168, just working your pay location. Like these healthcare workers. I love you to death, but what you're doing, you're causing unemployment. You're causing unemployment. You teachers, you're working on a 24/7 work week. But it's 72/7. Look at the book. Look at this book. It gonna show you how to work. So all I'm saying is, you entrepreneurs out there, this is what you're gonna get. You entrepreneurs, these owners of these companies, these corporations, like McDonald's, Disney Corporation, And then you talking about you ain't got nobody for service. And people don't want, the federal government wages for is I think it's $7.25. $7. That's the federal government saying you're gonna support a family of 4, at least 4, and you might have 10, you might have 5, but at least 4. $7.25 an hour. Are you crazy? Unskilled labor should be $15 an hour, no less. But when you get $15 an hour, hey, look, you like I said, you're gonna get a double salary every quarter. Every quarter, you can get a double salary. But the people that work in the United States Post Office now, are they getting anything every quarter? No. Why are they not getting everything every quarter, Larry? Because they're not reading this book. I guarantee you will get a double salary every quarter, 4 times a fiscal year. All you companies got different fiscal years, and number one fiscal year. And that's October the 1st to September the 30th. That's the federal government fiscal year. That's the only thing the federal government got right. It's the fiscal year. And what make you think that you're going to keep on charging taxes for these people? Because you know what? The people that you're charging taxes for, the one you getting the money from, their time is up almost. The generation, you getting all this money from these baby boomers that you stole from, including me. But I got it right in that book. Now, let's talk about these athletes for once, man. Look, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Let me tell you this. Man, them Chicago Bulls were no joke. I remember one time I came home, I was feeling kind of bad. It was a hard day's work. I was working on that beer truck. Man, it's like, hey, look, working on that beer truck, it's hard work. And then plus, they're going to call you a dummy anyway. Any truck driver, they're going to call you, hey, old dumb truck driver. That's a slang. But guess what? Old dumb truck driver, he might be dumb. He's dumb like a fox. So guess what? That old dumb truck driver, they was making money. I'm talking about money back in the day. Big money. And then, I hate to say it, but they were stealing big money too. Okay. But that's how it was. But the government is stealing money too. Look at all the, and one get caught, they get locked up. But look at all the ones that didn't get caught, man. Come on, man. Hey, come on. Let's keep it real. You know, stop letting the people lie. So what we want to do, we want to start a bloodless revolution using the child pay systems for everybody, because everybody have 168 hours. And the people that you paying taxes to perform your job, that's over. Just like it's gone with the wind. It's over. You had to stand up and you had to work 1 week and be off 3 weeks and 1 day within 1 week. And you got to use your own hours. So you got to work 2,080 hours to pay your yearly salary. You got to work 2,080 hours to pay for all your benefits. You got to work 2,080 hours to pay for a stipend pay. That's non-taxable. You got to work 2,080 hours for your next year's salary. That's non-taxable. That's it. That's it. It's in the book. It's in this book right here. The key thing, you schedule a 72-hour work week. The key thing, you make sure that you're using the 4-in-a-box bids that's in this book. So the key thing, you schedule the work week on and you schedule the work week off. And each day, everybody gonna have a bid. So it's 4 in a box. So you're gonna have 4 full-time workers. 4 full-time workers in that box. And then, so that's 4 full-time workers in that box. And then you go to the next tour, the next 8 hours. So you go to 2 or 3. It's the same thing. 4 full-time workers in that box, and a bid. All a bid is a yearly schedule, and starting time, and ending time, and days off. That's all the bid is. A lot of people in the United States Post Office have worked all their life in the United States Post Office and didn't understand the bids. A lot of people that work at the United States Post Office and didn't understand how many hours it is to work for a yearly salary. But it's in this book. Hey, let me show it to you one more time. It's on Amazon. So evaluate me. All my friends and family and halfway friends and all the way friends that really love me, or either like me, or either tolerate me. It doesn't matter. I'm giving you some knowledge, Doc. There's some knowledge in this book. And once you see it, instead of hollering, oh no, I get paid every 2 weeks. Oh no, I want my overtime. What? Man, please. Stop it. Stop. I don't know what else to say to you. But get this book on Amazon. Evaluate this book on Amazon. And if you think that you work 40 hours a week for 40 hours of pay, what you think right now, and you think that you work overtime, there's no such thing as overtime, because God created us all equal, and we all have 168 hours every week. 40 hours you work, and 128 hours you off. Thank you very much, and get this book on Amazon. Make sure you give me an evaluation on Amazon, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.